good afternoon, happy Friday. Today I want to talk about common mistakes that I have recently made with my new venture into yoga. I just kind of dove right into yoga. I knew that I needed something different in my life, and that's a whole series of different videos for another day. But I decided to start yoga, started researching online, and just dove in feet first, which I highly recommend you not doing. So here are some of my recent mistakes that I've made, and I'm hoping that you don't have to make them like I did, because that's what this video is for. So firstly, if you're thinking about trying yoga out and you're not sure about it, make sure that you research yoga in general, because there are many, many different types of yoga. Some are more geared for beginners, some for intermediate, and obviously some for more advanced types of yoga for advanced yogis. So, and then you have this whole string of very new types of yoga, like acrobatic yoga. So just do your research. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to help you if I can answer them. Again, I just started diving into yoga. So if I can't answer them, I will definitely put you in the right direction. Secondly, breathing. Sounds silly, but so important. I didn't know how important breathing is, how important of a role it plays in yoga. There is this whole type of breathing called Ujjayi breathing in yoga. So research that type of breathing before you dive into your first session of yoga, whether it's at home and you're online or if you're at a yoga studio. Some of the instructors, some of the classes that I've been to have talked about the Ujjayi breathing, and some of them have not. So that also may depend on what kind of yoga you're doing, but I have found that that type of breathing helps me with all of the different types of yoga that I've tried so far. So make sure that you look up the type of breathing that you need to be, performing during your yoga sessions, because it's very important when you're transitioning from one pose to another, and that's a whole nother video in of itself. So breathe and know what types of yoga you want to start with, okay? And another thing that's important is start with the beginning. As I said before, completely dove right in. I wanted to kind of go balls to the wall, looking up hour-long videos, hour-and-a-half-long videos, and I almost injured myself, and that was one of the reasons why I looked into yoga in the first place. But again, on a side note, so once you have found a type of yoga that you think you're going to be interested in, whether you try it at home or at a yoga studio, make sure that you take your time, you get familiar with the different types of yoga poses, because it is difficult to, if you're at home, it's difficult to watch the video and go into the different poses. So become knowledgeable of some of the different poses, so you kind of know what you're getting yourself into. And lastly, don't be afraid. I was so afraid at first. I've seen all of these beautiful, graceful pictures and posters and videos of all these brilliant yogis. And I was just so fearful that I wouldn't be able to get into the first pose. But I have mastered so many already in my short time being a yogi. So you can do it. And lastly, have fun with it. If you fall, I have, laugh, brush it off, shake it off. I mean, it's no big deal. It's all a part of learning. Have a great time, and if you're in the area, I would love to go to a yoga class with you so we can share that journey, that little mini adventure together. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments section, and have a wonderful weekend, guys. Again, mistakes that you don't want to make if you're really curious about kind of diving into yoga. Thanks, guys. Have a great one.